And welcome. I'm going to cover three different topics here in the news. The first one, let me share my screen and show you. Youth advocates back CARICOM plan for online safety laws. Online safety laws? Make me hear them say about this. Because I think I know where this is going in. Online safety laws, guys. Where's my next phone? If you don't load up on this, I'm going to read it from my phone. Alright. See load up there. Alright. You can see that on the screen. It says here Jamaica Youth Advocacy Network, JYAN, has thrown its support behind CARICOM move to create regional model law on digital safety. You know, it's so funny when you say digital safety. How, you know what, let me not. It's just an oxymoron for me for you to say digital safety because you're behind a computer. You know, you can turn on the computer, you can turn it off. Whatever it is that you're going to engage in, you choose to engage. You know, I would love them to say digital awareness, you know, do some education where that is concerned so you can move around in a wise manner. You know, but let's continue. It says, while calling for urgent action, stiffer penalties for offenders, and the creation of National Cyber Safety Authority, we welcome the announcement that the development of model law around digital safety, said Shanique Bowden, Executive Director of JYAN. As our society evolves, our laws and programs must evolve with it. And with our current digital age and the most of our young people spending hours a day online, this law is a step in the right direction. We hope that this is treated with the utmost urgency. Speaking at the close of the 49th regular meeting of the CARICOM Heads of Government in Montego Bay, CARICOM Chairman and Jamaica Prime Minister Andrew Holness announced that the regional bloc was moving towards a legal framework to protect citizens in the digital space. We also had exchanges on legislation for online safety and protection of young people from online abuse, cyberbullying, and exploitation. In recognition of the importance of this issue, we have mandated the Legal Affairs Committee to look at proposal for a model law for digital safety of Caribbean people. Holness said. Bowden said the proposed model law must be robust and multifaceted and have built-in components to make it liable. The model law must be backed by strong sanctions for offenders and proper programs for those who are victims of cyberbullying and online exploitation, and which promotes proper use of online platform. Hey, me say me know it. I knew it. Here comes the attack on the vloggers and the independent journalists them, and how to stay safe online, she said. In seeking to shape the proposed law, Bowden is urging CARICOM to go further and address harmful content and misinformation in the online space. When me tell you no, sir, they are coming for the vloggers. There will be no freedom of speech online. You understand? You hear what them say? In seeking to shape the proposed law, Bowden is urging CARICOM to go further and address harmful content, misinformation in the online space. Ladies and gentlemen, all they gotta do is label it misinformation and attack your page. All they gotta do is label it, oh, this content harms me, it makes me feel bad, and then take down your content. They are coming for the social media space. There will be no freedom of speech under the devil system. Andrew Holness is leading the charge, ladies and gentlemen. Under the devil system, you cannot speak against the government. It is a dictatorship. It's gonna take away our freedom of speech. So you see, I remember Eddie Griffin saying, it's not illegal yet, think. Right? And I'm telling you, it's going to be illegal to think soon because they want dumb, deaf, and blind people following them like sheep, where you do not question anything. And if you question it, you dare not utter the question because it's going to be seen as harmful content or you're spreading misinformation. Mark my words. Can't say me never telling you. And I'm not the first to tell you because Talking My TV been not telling you say this is coming. Why you think them a talk about digital this and digital that and a focus on digital? Hey! Them already doing it in some places. You hear? China have for them thing locking up. Hey, you can't stay there. Everything under control. Anyway, beyond cyberbullying and exploitation, we hope the law will also look at general protection from harmful content. You see how much I say this? I'm telling you, harmful content is a broad scope. There's things legit that is in harmful content, but what they're going to do is put things in there that attack independent vloggers. Just wait for it. And ensure safeguards are in place to protect young users from inappropriate content. We understand inappropriate content. We also must seriously consider looking into laws that combat misinformation. And so much time, Master, that the reality is that young people are increasingly relying on the digital space. You know, let's talk about misinformation. They said that such man discovered Jamaica and them still teaching it in school. So nobody not erase that from the misinformation in school. Why is the schools spreading misinformation and not correcting it? And it's not the school's fault, you know. It's the people that set the curriculum for the schools. It's the people that write the book them and don't edit and alter the books to alter the information that is updated. You know how much misinformation is taught in schools? Where's the law to regulate it? Huh? I'm just saying. The reality is young people are increasingly relying on digital space as their main news source. Barbados Prime Minister Motley also raised similar concerns, revealing that her administration had targeted. We live in a world now where fake news, regrettably, is a key part of all we have, and where the improper use of AI, artificial intelligence, can sometimes spark great fear and panic. No, you see, AI is dangerous. Listen to me. You have a AI girl when enough people them a follow her online. One black one, this black slim one looks sleek. I don't know if she popular. I hear me talk about she. It popular. It popular on social media, and it's AI. And you have men sending it money. Yes, got them thirsty. To counter the growing threat, Motley proposed a regional truth verification initiative. It's about time, therefore, that we as a region come up with CARICOM validation mechanism in the absence of providers of those platforms not taking action to validate truth any further. You hear that? In the absence of those providers of those platforms not taking the action to validate truth any further, said Motley. If we fail to do so, we put seriously at risk stability of our democracies. In the last 2 weeks alone, my government in Barbados has had to expose as clear fake news. One that sought to ban President Trump from our country. One that sought to impose on Barbados travel advisory that didn't exist. Motley also stressed that they need, and that's why on my platform, that's why you see, this is all alleged. Everything I talk about is allegedly. Everything. To protect my platform from what could possibly be fake news. Even in the national news, even in the newspaper. You hear what I said? Even in the newspaper. Right? You cannot, listen to me. They cannot use nothing to stop fake news. fake news is always gonna come out, right? If it's even somebody looking at it and probing it to see if it's true and asking you guys what you guys think about it, yes, that is going to happen. And if it's juicy enough in terms of content, people are going to check it out. It is what it is. Anyway, may I move on from that? Listen to this.
Hello, I'm Kimon Francis. Nearly 4 in 10 work permits approved by the Hello, I'm Kimon Francis. Nearly 4 in 10 work permits approved by the Jamaican government last year were for Chinese nationals, according to the 2024 Economic and Social Survey Jamaica. The Ministry of Labour processed over 5,600 applications, with approvals granted for the vast majority of both new and renewal requests. The Southeast Regional Health Authority, SERA, is to spend approximately $3.2 billion on safety and security at public health facilities in the 4 parishes covered by the region. The authority has signed 3-year contracts which took effect on July 1 with Shock Electronic Security Limited, Marksman Limited and Guardsman Limited. A Kingston delivery man hired by Constable Noel Maitland to remove a sofa from his apartment testified on Monday that the lawman appeared surprised when informed that the police had seized his truck, later insisting everything would be okay. The witness, who removed a sofa from Maitland's apartment, said he shared recorded phone calls with investigators after noticing some things weren't matching up. Maitland is on trial for the murder of his girlfriend, Donnelly Donaldson. 10 years after raising red flags about investment and land acquisition practices at the National Housing Trust, NHT, the Auditor General's Department is revisiting the issue to assess progress on its earlier recommendations. In sports, the Jamaica Athletics Administrative Association has selected a 47-member team to represent the country at the NACAC NHT. The auditor raising red flags. Maitland is on trial for the murder of his girlfriend, Donnelly Donaldson. 10 years after raising red flags about investment and land acquisition practices at the National Housing Trust, NHT, the Auditor General's Department is revisiting the issue to assess progress on its earlier recommendations.
Well. Have you guys stopped typing in the chat? I don't see anybody typing. I don't see no movement in the chat. Oh, Andrew Small, I see you. Okay. Alright. We'll see if he says a narrative, Marva. Hey. No, people. NHT. Do you guys remember? Please look out, ladies and gentlemen, for a bombshell to drop from the KCMC any day now. I've been tracking the 2 weeks that, or a couple of weeks that Mayor Swaby said that he would be finished with the report. And he had an independent auditor come in. And it has to do with land acquisition as well. Right? It has to do with land acquisition and politicians. People. And here comes the Auditor General looking into the NHT again. Trust me. It's gonna be open disgrace. Pantapa open disgrace. Pantapa open disgrace. Mark my words. Moving on. We're not even gonna further into this. Hold on there. And you see the Chinese them I take over the job them, people. Yes. Them I take over the job them. It's serious. On here. Keep an eye on that. Here. Make we hear London have to say again. Different argument this.
No man, sir. After the old drill song, Mr. Holness! No man, sir. After the old drill saga, I thought that you guys would have learned. You don't learn nothing. Jesus Christ, Jamaica, wanna come drown the seat and sit down. I go investigate and I'm here to let you all get the real scoop and the damn buses them. Jesus Christ, all my heart a beat extra fast. Jamaica, Daryl Vez is a liar. The buses are not new. So when the opposition leader did make argument that the buses are not safe, they are not safe. They are nowhere near safe and they are not new. And Jamaica, let me tell you something. The $104 billion that Daryl Vaz claimed that the bus costs, they are some big fat liars. Jamaica, The buses don't even come into the country the right way and legal way. Jamaica, the buses come into Jamaica through one company named, let me look, I don't want to make a mistake. The company name El Hydro. El Hydro, no go and go look for it. The company name El Hydro, and it's not listed to bring in used vehicle in the country. Jesus Christ, God have mercy. So Jehovah God, El Hydro don't list it to bring in used vehicle, you know. They list it to bring in new vehicles. So therefore, new vehicles are not inspected, but the used ones would have been inspected. So Daryl Vaz and him crew lie that the buses are new in order to bring them in the country through look, as I don't want to bite up my tongue, through El Hydro. And El Hydro only listed to bring in new vehicles, but they brought in these used buses on the El Hydro, which is not listed to bring in used vehicles. Guys, me open and understand. Let me go again. Guys, El Hydro is not a company that listed to bring in used vehicle in the country. Them only supposed to bring in new vehicles. So true Daryl Vaz, them don't want the buses them to be inspected. They lie and say that the buses are new. In order for them to say that they're new, no, in order for the buses to come through El Hydro, they lie that the buses are new. Jesus Christ, Jehovah God, people of Jamaica, the buses are not new and they came through El Hydro. They are used buses. So that means the buses weren't inspected. Jesus Christ, God, Jamaica, this scandal is wickeder than the drill. This is wickeder than the drill. Jesus Christ, no man. Jamaica, remember, you know, when used vehicles coming in the country, you know, remember it have to come through a company that is licensed to bring through used vehicle. Therefore, they're gonna be thoroughly investigated and inspected to see if they fit to come in the country. So these people lied that the buses are new in order to get them through El Hydro. Jesus Christ, Jamaica. So imagine if they had used a company that listed to bring in used vehicle, they would have not passed the requirements when they test them, because they would say that it's all bust them and it going to cost taxpayers with head, with foot, with toe, with finger, with teeth, with eye lash everywhere. They wouldn't have come in the country, Jamaica. They wouldn't accept them. So because Jesus Christ, I cannot believe this all now. Jamaica, I'm gonna come one more time. In order, I don't know if I talk too fast, but I'm gonna calm down. Listen, Jamaica, the buses came in Jamaica through a company called El Hydro. El Hydro is not listed to bring in all our used vehicle, I should say, in the country. They are listed to bring in new vehicles. So therefore, the vehicles that is coming through El Hydro wouldn't have to be tested and inspected because they are new. So in order for Daryl Vaz and his crew to come up with this fraudulent scam, they lied that the buses are new to get them to come through El Hydro. No, Jamaica, remember, now we found out and find all the receipts. The buses are not new and the buses are all used buses. So you see what they did? They lie. Because if they did, instead them do the right thing then and bring the buses them through a company that is licensed, right, to bring through used vehicle, when they gone through inspection, they would have failed. Those buses would never end up in Jamaica. Jesus Christ, Jamaica. See, I tell you, anywhere there is smoke, there is fire. Mr. Vaz and him crew, they're a bunch of crook. What more they gonna suck from the Jamaican people? 104 billion for the 110 old junk, and then on top of it, they're saying it's gonna cost us 11 billion per year to maintain this 110 junk. Listen to how this sound. 104 billion for the 110 old bus, and then it's still gonna cost us 11 billion per year to maintain these bus. Plus, remember, we have to move the door then put over the other side, and all of them are not seated. No man, Jamaica, no Jamaica. Right now my heart beating out of my chest. I cannot believe this. Jamaica, y'all need to go look up for El Hydro. Look up for that company there.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
New vehicles. So if used vehicle come through that company there, they have to listen to all this sound. 104 billion for the 110 old bus, and then it's still gonna cost us 11 billion per year to maintain these bus. Plus, remember, we have to move the door then put over the other side, and all of them are not seated. No man, Jamaica, no Jamaica. Right now my heart beating out of my chest. I cannot believe this. Jamaica, you all need to go look up for L Hydro. Look up for that company there. It's only licensed to bring in new cars, new vehicles. So if used vehicle come through that company there, they have to lie that they're new in order for them not to be inspected. Jesus Christ, no man, Jamaica. Mr. Holness!
Ball out! Whoa, yo, yo, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out. From Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody, man or woman.
So on a year, rising sun, big up. So on a year where London 45 have said her summary of the old school bus scandal. And you know, for the people them we want to say, people that spread propaganda. I don't see the propaganda, you know. I see some question I raise when legitimate. Right? And you know, the truth revealed and transparency used can clear all of this up, you know. Them keep saying that people have spread misinformation. Prove it! What is the misinformation that they're spreading? Is the documentation false? Is the documentation with Danville Walker's signature false? That's not his signature. That's not a document that is a legit document coming from Danville Walker. The VIN numbers that is on that said document, that is not the actual VIN number of the buses. What is false? I just can't with these people sometimes. They just say stuff. What is false? Please let us know what is false. The man said the buses are not old, you know, ladies and gentlemen, but they are between 8 and 10 year old. Then him go up on and Jackson Miller and say something different. 10 to 14 year old. Like, bro, listen, I said this already. I'm going to use this analogy to show you that it is misleading. The information coming out of Daryl Vaz's mouth, his own words. And I played it yesterday, I'm not going to play it right now. If you tell us that the buses are at an average of 8 to 10 year old, sir, averages is not good. Because you have to deal with each individual bus. Let us know how much of the buses is old and how much of the buses is 8 year old. 8 year old not bad. It's not bad. But once you pass 10, it is bad. 14 and 15, no sir. No sir. So let us know what portion of the buses is old and what portion is new. We need the entire documentation. Right? That way the people can assess for themselves. Say, oh, so, and this is just a scenario. Oh, him just buy 10 or 20 old bus man. 80% type bus them are 8 year old. Which is not possible. Because the math on it wouldn't work for you to get the average of 8 to 10 years old. Averages is when you add all of the ages of the buses together and then divide it by the amount of buses. You understand what I'm saying? If most of the buses are 8-year-old, when you actually divide the number into 110 into the added number of the buses' ages, you would get around 9 or 7, between 9 and 7-year-old. You wanna get it? Wanna understand what I'm saying? Alright, let me do the maths. Like and share the video. See? Like and share the video. Tell me one thing.